Welcome to my review of a very interesting and fun gun, the GSG-5. I'm going to review both the carbine and the pistol versions. And again, this is a tabletop review, so I don't have any trigger time as of yet with these guns. They're too new. I have done some research on them, and I'll pass on the amount of information I know. So I can't speak to the features of the guns. I might be a little remiss in the specifics of the accuracy and reliability department, at least from personal experience. However, like I said, I'm going to pass on what I know. First off, these are German-made guns, and let me give you a view of this, and I'm going to put the camera in the tripod so I don't shake it all over the place. This is the carbine version, which mimics an MP5 SD, the silenced version of the MP5, and that's how the 22 carbine version comes. Behind it is a new in box, and these are both new guns, and they're not mine. Thank you to Impact Guns for letting me do these reviews. They're hosting this review. Behind it is a GSG-5P, the pistol version, and as you can see, they are indeed, both of these guns, made in Germany. Very cool. They're imported, incidentally, by a company called American Tactical Imports. So thanks for bringing them in, guys. Good job. Open up the box. This is the pistol version, which kind of, in my opinion, mimics the MP5 PDW, which is the personal defense weapon. And I'll review that one as well. And I'll just leave that in. Anyways, that's how it comes out of the box. Let's get into the tripod so I won't make you guys dizzy, and we'll start talking about the very interesting specifics of this gun. Now, first off, looking at the full stock version, what this gun does is it provides a very cool looking submachine gun looking 22 long rifle. That's pretty cool. That's ultra cool. Also, it mimics the exact size and feel of an MP5. I shouldn't say exact. It's pretty darn close though. The full stock version weighs 6 pounds, 13 and a half ounces. The pistol version weighs 6 pounds, about 4 ounces. And that's pretty darn close to actual MP5 weights. And it does it in 22 long rifle format, so you can afford to shoot it. And let's talk to that first off. I want to talk about first the magazine. The magazine is a proprietary designed GSG magazine, which of course fits only this gun, and it holds 20 rounds. The nice thing is they're very easy to load. I mean, you have 2 tabs on it. I mean, this is going to be a very easy magazine to rock and roll with. I love it. Seems like a very high quality unit. Well-made polymer construction. It looks excellent. And from all indications, it is a good magazine. And the magazine is critical for any semi-automatic or full automatic, for that matter, gun, because if it sucks, the gun's going to suck. And if you get the magazine right, that's half of the equation for reliability for any auto or semi-auto weapon, and apparently they've done it. It works good. Now the magazine is inserted in the GSG like so. There's a paddle release right here, which you can take it out with. Also, if you flip the gun over, there's a recessed thumb release. Actually, I'm mistaken on it. It's just a paddle release. I apologize. I was thinking of a different gun I was just checking out. Anyways, the GSG-5 has that 20 round polymer magazine. Very nice. Love it. The weight of the gun is substantial. It's not a lightweight gun. Again, they're mimicking the size and feel of an MP5, and in doing so, they make a very substantial gun. So if that's it, what you want, you found the right gun. The receiver is just like that of an MP5. It's made of aluminum, if I'm not mistaken. Not super hard in hardness, so you can scratch it up if you're not careful. And you're not just relegated to the H&K style sights, which I say are excellent. I mean, they are standard H&K drum in the rear. And it's real hard for me on tripod to show you exactly what your sight picture is. Let me give it a try. Kind of like that. It's an H&K drum sight, hooded aperture on the front, and quite effective actually. But if it was me, I would definitely go with a red dot sight on this, and in doing so you have a GSG proprietary aluminum claw mount, which is fairly lightweight and gives you a short run of Picatinny rail that goes right on top of that receiver. And as you can see, someone's already mounted one there. This is a demo gun, and they're showing people how it works. And then you can mount your red dot sight, your aim point, Triticon, whatever you want on this gun. And I think that's when this would sing. How's the reliability on these guns? I think it's pretty decent from what I've heard and read. Pretty darn reliable. The guys at Impact are saying not so reliable with waxy Remington bullets, but I have reports and read reports that they're very reliable with the promotional federal ammo you get at Walmart, which is not waxy. And one writer at gunblast.com talked about how he only had 2 stoppages the entire day, and that was only due, and he had let everybody and their dogs shoot it during the session, and it only jammed twice, and that was due to some real cheap ammo, not some off-brand. So that is amazing, actually, because most 22s will hook up or hiccup occasionally, and you're just going to have to live with some jams occasionally. Along with that accuracy, it's pretty reliable too, from what I'm hearing. Along with the reliability, it's pretty accurate is what I meant to say. And that it's delivering like 1 MOA shooting out to 50 yards. That's pretty darn good. Maybe a little bit larger. Now part of that is on this full stock version, under the fake suppressor, if you unscrew that, you can't put a flash hider on it because that's barrel that goes under there. Because in order to meet the legality requirements, it's going to have to be at least a 16-inch barrel, and what do you know, it is. And so that's a 100% steel barrel under there. Since this has a stock on it, it's going to have to meet all NFA requirements, and that's how they get around that. Now the pistol version here doesn't have to contend with that because it's classified as a pistol. Therefore, we have a shortened barrel with a flash hider. I like their flash hider on it. It's not really an H&K flash hider, but I like it, and it's made of steel apparently. And I misspoke when I said you could probably put a stock on that. If you did that, it'd be illegal according to NFA, at least in the United States of America. So just be advised. The pistol version is of course a little bit lighter, and not being able to legally attach that stock to it, I think I would probably prefer the full stock version. Even though this is lighter, it's just going to be harder to make hits with it. The whole design of the MP5 was to have a stock on it, and anytime you talk about making it into a pistol version, I just think it's not wise. You just can't make hits with it as well. The overall fit and feel of the gun is substantial. I like the finish of it. It seems like it's a painted receiver. The cocking handle, which is right here, very MP5-like. And by the way, there's a cutout, a milled cutout in the receiver tube, just like the real MP5. And then when we jack around in, we let that come forward. It strips a round off the magazine. Off we go to the races. But the fit and finish is good. I think the stock here, it might get a little loose with this flat screw. You're going to have to keep this tight. And I don't know how sturdy this will be over time. All the plastic furniture. It's just hard to tell. I have no experience with that. But it seems substantial. Now the gun's not cheap. Impact is selling them like crazy for around 500 bucks. But if you want one, get in line because they're just hard to get. How about the trigger? The trigger is kind of like a very light double action trigger, and it does have a magazine to disconnect, so you're going to have the magazine in there when you pull the trigger. But it's relatively light and easy enough to make hits with. So decent trigger, nicely designed magazine, good quality throughout, made in Germany no less, good fit and finish. I heard a rumor that they had problems with this area of the tube peening in earlier models, and they've since hardened their aluminum. I could be off on that though. I think the fake suppressor is a nice addition. I like that. It's a cool gun. GSG-9, that's a preliminary look. If you're looking for an ultra cool 22 plinker, this is it. It's going to be expensive, and for my money, I think probably the Ruger Charger, which is the pistol version of the Ruger 1022, is a better gun than this, because you have a lot more variety of accessories to it. However, it's not in a carbon version like this. It's pistol only. But it's going to be hard to beat this if you want to practice with an MP5, very cool looking and apparently reliable and accurate 22 carbine. Get in line if you want one. That's a GSG-9 by Nut and Fancy. That's just a first-hand look. Hope you liked it. Peace.